finals, which again, that's going to be a qualifying match. So it's already going to be some teams very, very close to victory after just 2 single matches won. Goes very quick here in Space Junkies, and we're going to get right into the action. Already a kill coming out from the plasma rifle here from Stu. Nicely found as he is able to take out, I believe it was Search and Destroy. That ends up going down first.
Yeah, looks like both teams are actually getting a bit aggressive. Well, maybe not so much aggressive. They're playing it a bit safe. They're playing the longer angles right now, which is understandable, especially until, you know, your team can get set up with its armor, with its pickups, and of course, you know, your weaponry. But yeah, we're seeing a frag out from each side. Everything's seeming pretty balanced right now. We're definitely not seeing the aggressiveness like we saw in that first round with Danglers. It seems a lot more long angles this time around, and Search and Destroy is going to pick up one onto Rukafeth?
Rukafeth.
There we go.
Yeah. On a Search and Destroy, okay. I thought he was just French for a second with the OIX name at the end, but no. You actually figured that out way quicker than I did, so props to you for that one. But it's a little bit closer this time. The first minute's gone by, and we're still tied. Like you were saying before, both teams try to take longer angles. We did see Search and Destroy kind of dive in with a biopump to pick up at least one frag there. So there is not a complete, you know, willingness to stay away from each other, but
now we're seeing Stu get those landed plasma shots, almost taking out oh, no, sorry. I got that backwards. He was almost taken out by the plasma rifle there, but he did manage to get in, get some armor and some health pickups, and now he's kind of returning the favor.
Rukafeth gets the better of his opponent. That'll put VRespawn ahead. Only by 1 frag, though. Still relatively close. Neither team able to take a massive kind of spawn advantage over the other just yet. Both teams still fighting for a good amount of control over the map. Stu, he's going to be moving himself forward here in just a second.
Well, that was a good sonar usage right there. That's going to give Stu the info that he needs, and that came from his teammate. So Rukafeth going to be giving him all the info to run that flank attack. And now, though, it looks like SAS is not planning on being taken down. They're going to be putting that fire back, and it is not looking good. What looked like a good flank angle is quickly turning into a refrag potential for SAS there.
A lot of rocket damage going off there as well, but just not enough to pick up the kill. The Cosmic Ripper reigns supreme this time, so VRespawn will be able to push ahead once more at 5-3. Got a plasma rifle pickup for Stu. Hopefully some longer range capability for him. The sonar shot does miss. He's not going to be able to find anyone off of that one. Saltcaster along with Search and Destroy have a bit of a pinch going on to the 2 players at the moment from VRespawn, but they still got the advantage, so they can sit back and play defensively if they want to, with just over half the time now being gone from both teams. Saltcaster apparently killed himself somehow, and then on top of that one we see Stu also taking out Search and Destroy. So that's going to set it to be 7-4, still in the favor of VRespawn, but only by 3. Still very easily reversible here at this point by SAS.
Yeah, a lot of sonar usage, like you mentioned earlier on tonight. You know, that's a very popular utilization, and of course, why wouldn't it be? It does give you that very valuable intel, and like we saw, it can be used to help set up flanks where you're not exposing yourself who's on that flank, but instead allowing your teammate to have that information while you kind of distract them. And now VRespawn just kind of opening that gap up. We see Rukafeth picking up another couple of kills, Stu grabbing one himself, and then they've almost doubled the score now, and they're a little under 2 minutes left, so we're going to need to see SAS really pick up the aggression here, but I don't think that's going to happen. It seems like they're just constantly running away from VRespawn as they just put the pressure on. Yeah,
VRespawn has just started to go more and more passive and basically just work with these Cosmic Rippers for the most part here. They're just painting their targets down. This is a relatively cluttered map in terms of coverage, which gives the players a lot of defensive options. But if you do float into the open with 2 of those Cosmic Rippers just spamming onto you from range, what are they doing? They're going to be able to DPS you down relatively quickly. It seems VRespawn is relatively confident in their position now as they do a little arm jiggle there as they pick up their 11th kill. Another headshot coming off the Cosmic Ripper there for Stu. Put them up now 11-4 with a minute remaining. Unfortunately, SAS had a great chance to bring this back and was even in the lead at one point towards the very beginning of the map. Unfortunately, they have now lost that, and I think their chances of coming back have started to go pretty far into the negatives now.
Yeah, and to be using that Ripper like that, you know, that's that minigun weapon, if I'm not mistaken, right? So that's got a spin-up time on it as well. So you have to prep that a little early. You have to always kind of be ready to take those shots. There we see Rukafeth and Stu Games picking up 2 more, putting the score up 13-4. Currently 30 seconds left. It's not looking very good for SAS. I mean, I'm not even sure spawns can work out that fast. So we're going to see VRespawn pretty much clenching it now as they play patty cake to celebrate their victory, their looming victory.
So some great stuff from VRespawn. They actually do manage to take it to the score timer instead of the actual timer itself, and they send it right at the 15-4 at the end. A close match at first, but unfortunately at the end of the day, VRespawn getting too much control of the central position on the map. and finally getting a spawn lock onto their 2 opponents there, being able to knock them out of this first map and take us to a second map with them having the advantage. Take a look at the highlights here real quick. It's going to be a lot of Cosmic Ripper kills like this.
Oh, man. Again, I don't see how they use that so effectively. That spin-up time can really cost you those precious seconds in this map where time to kill is low, right? I mean, this game, you're not alive forever, especially with a high DPS and high rate of fire on a lot of the weaponry, you know, but we're seeing VRespawn absolutely ripping, I should say, with that Cosmic Ripper, getting those minigun kills, and kudos to them because, you know, being able to utilize those underutilized weapons is sometimes how you get that edge.
I think for that map specifically, it works out really well because obviously the initial preference on that type of weapon is going to be to go with the Ricochet, but you don't have a lot of like enclosed spaces where the Ricochet can be really powerful. It's a lot more kind of like more medium to longer range skirmishes teams are going to end up on that map. So I think the Cosmic Ripper is a pretty good alternative because obviously it's a little bit more accurate than with the Ricocheters where they just kind of shoot bullets everywhere. And then like you have a steady stream of bullets, and it looked like that while there was a lot of clutter, there was a lot of, you know, cover for players to use. In between that was a pretty large amount of open space, and I think that's where they were catching so many players from SAS and was able to get that massive lead, was they were catching them in cover transitions, trying to move either towards their teammate or towards a better spot where they weren't going to be kind of in the open, and that's where, especially with 2 of them aimed at someone, they were going to be able to really quickly DPS someone down with the Cosmic Ripper, especially at range too.
Yeah, and I mean, they pretty much had him on the ropes for a lot of that round, so SAS was doing more like running, and they were kind of stuck on that outside ring of the map where there's all that cover that we talked about. And then if you get into the center of the map, there's actually quite a lot of open space and even some cover like we see here on this new map. Those little blue, like, weird coral-looking things.
A little algae thing?
Yeah, the algae-looking kelpish things. You know, they do provide some great cover, especially if you're on the blue side, because as you can see, you know, they're obviously blue in color. Man, I'll get it out eventually, blue, but... So the blue team able to hide in those very, very well. So I wouldn't expect to see some teams using it, but I haven't seen it yet. And that's a little concerning. It's like, why not utilize a mechanic of the map, basically? You know, a good piece of cover, a good piece of camouflage to just launch like an ambush attack from.
I've seen a lot of teams using them in the past. Right now, there's not much of a use for VRespawn to use it, though, just because of the fact that they've got the lead. They've kind of got members of SAS on the chase. A lot of biopump coming out in this map here, and it makes sense. You can see how much more claustrophobic this map is in comparison to what we had before, where there was a lot of kind of open territory. So the biopump seems like it's going to add a lot more viability, or it's going to have a lot more viability in a map like this, simply because you can do exactly what Rukafel is doing now, where you kind of just sneak up on someone, and they really won't have a good opportunity to see you coming.
Ooh, but Stu Game's going to go ahead and pick up another one. That's going to put VRespawn up again quite far. I mean, 7-2. We're only, what, a minute and a half into this round.
Yeah.
VRespawn really using that aggression to their advantage, and it looks like SAS is not sure how to counter it. I really feel like they're just running for most of these engagements. But a nice headshot there from Rukafeld will take down Saltcaster. Those plasma rifles now seem to be the gun of choice for VRespawn here on this map.
Rukafeld getting pumped up again. They know they've got a decisive lead already, even though we're only 2 minutes into the game. As they're going to be moving in. Another nice shot coming off there on the plasma rifle from Stu. He's picking it up a little bit. They were a little bit shy to use the plasma rifle on the last map. They tried to use a little bit at the beginning, but then eventually kind of resigned to just the Cosmic Ripper. Now they're using a lot more. In addition to the biopump, we're back into that same rotation that we were seeing the Danglers use in that last map, or in the last series as well, where they were basically just going with the biopump combination along with the railgun to just take people out with relative ease. And it seems like that's the winning combo right now. Maybe your second player, you know, goes for dual ricocheters and then just tries to cause havoc at close range. We can be a little bit more versatile when you have the railgun. Here we go again. Yeah.
Well, they have a comfortable lead, so can you really blame them?
The railgun and biopump combo working out for you there. So yeah, 12-2. Like unfortunately, there's not a whole lot to talk about here in this instance. This VRespawn has got SAS on spawn lock, and even when they do make it out, they don't have good guns. So Rukafeld and the other, oh man, it's dirty for Rukafeld. They're just taking him out in single shots. They've got the railgun. Their opponents don't have any armor coming out of spawn, so it makes it very easy to take him out. Especially even if you need to switch over to the biopump, that's still going to finish people off on 1 to 2 shots at most with no armor.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing there. Was he doing the old superstar armpits sniff? He had his arms crossed.
It was like the Zen, like the genie thing.
Yeah, I dream of genie, right?